Hey, if you guys ready to get started, let me see those airplane emojis in the chat ASAP. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm feeling good today. Hey. It's a good day. It's a good day to be a good day. I'm in a good mood. If you woke up this morning, if you breathing, you're privileged, my friend. Because not everybody woke up this morning. Not everybody can walk on their own. Not everybody can take care of themselves. It's a good day, man. It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be worse. Pixels in the chat. Ja Bongo Feds in the chat. Miriam Pierre. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Hey, Tony TV, what's up? Yes, sir, rocking DHL today. Oh yeah, bass boosted boy. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Hello. HD's in the house. Oh yes. Matter of fact, guys, this is what I believe today. I want to challenge every single one of you guys watching this video, watching this live stream right now. I challenge you to do at least one. Listen to me. I challenge you to do at least one random act of kindness today. Just one. I don't care what it is. I don't care where you're at. I don't care if it's freaking 3 o'clock in the AM. Figure it out. Trust me. Change the world. That's what we do around here. Hey. I don't know. I'm liking a whole nother vibe today. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be alive kind of mood right now. Okay. I think you guys are ready. I got the bass pumping for you headphone users. What's going on, beautiful people? Hold up. Wow, wow, wow. Does giving your dog a bath count as a random act of kindness? I don't know that your dog actually will like that. It depends. I know my dog absolutely hates baths, so that'd be the opposite of a random act of kindness. That's your duty, though. You do that anyways. Maybe give him a treat. That might be better. Or take him for an extra long walk. I don't know. Okay, we gotta start. We gotta start the stream at some point, or we're gonna have a concert up in here. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue. This is X-Plane 11 once again, rocking the iniBuilds A300 freighter, rocking the DHL livery 007 delivered, simply delivered. That's what it is today, guys. As I mentioned in our last stream, we flew the amazing Rotate MD-11. I am going through X-Plane and flying some of my absolute favorite aircraft. What I call X-Plane's greatest hits. The MD-11, the A300, the Challenger 650, the Dash 8Q400, the Zevo, and so on. So today rocking the A300, I absolutely love this aircraft. It is, in my opinion, 100% worth whatever the heck the price is they're asking for it. The value is so high. It has a freighter and a passenger variant as well as you get with it. It has recently updated. It's freaking amazing. And you know what's even better? They're bringing the A310, which is another version of this, over to Microsoft Flight Sim in the 40th anniversary edition of Microsoft Flight Sim in November. So I absolutely can't wait to fly this bird in Microsoft Flight Sim. If you think it's good now, oh baby. So excited about that, excited to fly today. We're actually currently situated at KCVG, Kilo Charlie Victor Golf. That is Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, it's actually, I didn't know it until yesterday, but this is actually, I guess, the US DHL hub, or one of them, one of the main airports that DHL flies out of, so pretty dope. I also got this scenery off of store.xplane.com. It's like, I think it's on sale for like $12. I was like, I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't. Jazz Lee, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Thompson Spotter, good to see you as well. But today we're flying from KCVG, and we're headed up to a short flight over to Syracuse, New York. KCVG-KSYR. So if you want to come through, we're on the VATSIM network as per usual. If you don't have time to fly, or you don't want to fly for whatever reason, I don't know why you wouldn't want to fly, but if you can't for whatever reason fly, you could always ride along with us. There's always a window seat saved just for you. So, you guys ready to get started? Let's do it. All right. And don't forget, one random act of kindness. I'm gonna push that, man. One random act of kindness to somebody. You got, whether you know them or not. I mean, you could like go through the drive-through and pay for the next person in line. You could buy somebody a donut or just bring donuts to work. I don't know. I'm just telling you, like you know the reason why I'm feeling this way. Let me tell you real quick a little story, just a short story as we get the aircraft started. I'm gonna go with battery 1, 2. And 3. Oh, it sounds beautiful. And an external power, take a listen. Woo. Yeah, baby. I probably should have told the story before it got loud in here, but I'm gonna turn it down. It's a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Here we go. I'm bringing the music down as well. I had to work last night. I worked the night shift at the airport, and you know, even though I love aviation, I love planes, you know, there's still some days you just don't feel like going anywhere. And so that was, you know, one of my days. Actually, the last 2 days at the airport kind of felt like that. And was it yesterday? It was Monday. My supervisor bought all of the rampers pizza. I was freaking hungry. That freaking made my day. Seriously, like that little bit of act of kindness, buying us food. We were working on July 4th. It's a freaking holiday for the rest of the country, and we're at the airport working. My supervisor was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy y'all pizza. It was a game changer. I had a way better mood the rest of the shift. I felt better. I was energized because I had food. Similar thing happened on Tuesday when I worked last night working the night shift. Except it wasn't my supervisor. It was some random lady at Chick-fil-A. She was like, I went up there to go pay for my food. I was going to buy some Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A is amazing. And she's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You ain't got to pay for it. And I was like, that's amazing. And so ended up having 2 delays last night, so it was a long night. Didn't get off till 3 a.m. But I'm telling you this much: that Chick-fil-A came in clutch. That Chick-fil-A held me for that entire shift, and yeah. So, anyways, random acts of kindness will change your world, change your life, and change somebody else's life. So, change your life by changing someone else's life. One random act of kindness, go for it, send it. Let's get started. All right. So, again, we're an amazing A300. I'm pulling my little quick start guide for myself because I haven't flown this plane in like 6 months. So we got the battery 1, 2, and 3 on. I'm gonna kill the music. We're gonna turn the sounds up a little bit, not too loud because I can't drown out my voice. But I will say this aircraft sounds incredible. That's for sure. Basically, we have the battery on. External power is connected. We'll go ahead and do the ADIRS. It's gonna be up here. Hello, Axel Reese. Hola, my amigo. Welcome to the stream. Do some ATC watching over video. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. All right, nav, and nav. Those are our ADIRS up there. Our flight recorder, I always forget where that is. It's over, that's down here somewhere, isn't it? It's the thing that when you hop between planes so often, especially when you ain't flown it in a long time, you might be a little sluggish when you get back into it. So that's kind of how I'm feeling today. I ain't been in here in a while. I know I'm looking at it. Oh, there it is. Ground control on. Galley power, that's a bit lower here. That's going to be right there. And then we'll do pitch trim and yaw damper. That's these two, yaw damper and pitch trim. Our pitch trim is not going to stay up because reasons I don't actually know. Fuel pump outer tanks. We'll click on all these babies. There we go. Smoke detections. We'll click on all of these. Lots of buttons to press in this aircraft, as well as our probe heat and window heat. All the buttons, gotta love it. And then down here on the bottom right, we got our emergency exit lights into arm, and we'll get our seatbelts and smoking signs. Again, we don't have any passengers on board today because we are a freight flight, but we'll still turn them on. And we'll get our nav logo light set to position 1. And how do I get some light up here because it's kind of dark? For those watching, that's air conditioning. Here's a reading light, but where is the regular light? I don't know. We're not worried about it. Let's go down to our EFB. One of, we've been really realizing that in flight simulators in general, EFBs can make a massive difference whether you have one or not. So go to ground ops, we'll go to load sheet, and we'll pull up my Sim Toolkit Pro. And I do want to apologize if I miss any of your comments for the next few minutes. It's because I'm kind of focused on getting the aircraft going. So I do want to apologize. So we're already in pounds. We're expecting a zero fuel weight of 267.7. Enter. And our fuel on board today is going to be 30.3. Enter. And we can just hit load payload, and that'll load our aircraft just like that. Yes, Lair, we're in the original bus. Yes, sir. No problem, Jazzly. This game is called X-Plane 11. It is a flight simulator, just like Microsoft Flight Simulator, except by a different developer. Kind of like, you know, yeah, different developer. That's it. Fly all over the world, different types of planes. This plane we're flying right now is a third-party payware aircraft that I bought to fly in X-Plane. All right, so that is all good. I guess I could send it to Perf, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with that. Let's go with that. Let's drop down here to the FMC. We'll get things going. So I'm gonna go to thought I heard a voice. Did it? Yeah, it didn't. Wow, it is dark. Let's get some light down here. There we go. There we go. That might be overhead too. Oh, it is the overhead lighting on the bottom. That's weird. Okay, so we'll do that. All right, lighting there. We got lighting everywhere. Lighting here, lighting there. If you guys know in chat. Oh. 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 Okay. All right. What am I talking about? So, haven't flown this plane in a while, so I've forgotten some things. So I was trying to do a test flight earlier on VATSIM, and I was having trouble. ATC actually did come online, and I needed to talk to ATC, and I wasn't able to because I couldn't figure out how to get my radios to work. So down here in the radio panel, we have VHF1, which is your main COM 1. And what you will need to do is you click on that. You'll see a green light come on, and then that means that I believe that your radio was, I guess, ready to transmit. And then you want to scroll around this knob around for your volume, and then you also want to pull out this knob, and that's going to allow you to receive. So what was happening was apparently they could hear me, but I couldn't hear them, or even see their text messages. So super glad I finally got that working. And we also get VHF2 turned on just to have it. All right, so wow, okay, yeah, I knew I was gonna stumble upon the fix later. All right, so we are currently at Kilo Charlie Victor Golf. Again, today's plan to fly out to Syracuse, Kilo Sierra Yankee Romeo. I almost had the opportunity to go work out in Syracuse on the ramp, but I actually ended up going somewhere else. I think I either went to Wisconsin or Rhode Island or something. I can't remember where I ended up going at that particular time, but almost had the opportunity to go there. Probably best that I didn't. I had a couple other coworkers who did go, and they sound like they had fun. Sounds like they had fun. I was gonna say that. Anyways, let's see. What are we looking for? Cost index 40. No, wait, that's no, wrong. 40 goes in the cost index. Am I gonna get a game called Alaskan Truck Simulator that's coming soon? Honestly, yeah, probably. I watched Jeff Faviano's video on it, and it looks interesting. Definitely needs some work. It's not all the way there yet, but I am interested in what they've done with that game, and I like American Truck Sim, even though I'm hearing it's not to be compared. But yeah, we'll see. I guess I missed out on the demo because it's not available anymore. So 350 is our cruise level, 40 is our cost index, our cruise win. We'll grab that real quick. OP is 30240. 302/40. That is our average win. There we go. And I think that's all we need to do on this page. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this in. I'm gonna go back to our ground ops load sheet. I'm gonna grab these numbers. So our 267.7. Gonna go, no, actually, wait, hold on, that's block fuel. Okay, hold on. Block fuel is 30.3. So 30.3. How much fuel we're carrying today in our zero fuel weights is 267.7. There it is, and then we'll get our CG, which is gonna be 26.7. 26.7. Thank you so much, Juan Mark Thudar, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. I hope you're doing really well. Hopefully have an amazing day so far, wherever you are watching from. Just know that you are very appreciated, my friend. All right, so init page is complete. Let's go down to our other FMC down here, and we're gonna click on ACAR main. I'm gonna grab our company route from SimBrief. And if I go back to our other one, you'll see company route uplink is done. That means that has imported our SimBrief flight plan from dispatch into our MCDU, or whatever they called it back then. If I go to my flight plan page, you'll see we now have a bunch of waypoints. And now I don't have to manually put in my waypoints like I did in our last stream, because that was fun. Only thing, there's no departure. It doesn't bring in the SID, but we actually don't have a SID. All we have is departing runway. So we don't have any SIDs or stars today, which sometimes kind of makes me nervous when flying IFR with no SID or star. Sometimes I get lost. We insert runway 27 for departure, and we go scroll down, go to Syracuse, and we're expecting runway 33 for arrival. Again, no star. I think 33 is going to be an RNAV approach too. Yep, RNAV 33 via G-Town in the house. All right, insert that. FS Insane, what's up, man? If I could get in on, like, if you could get one eye tracker, what would I recommend? Toby or Track IR? It's a tough one, and the reason why it's tough is depends on why and what you need it for. Personally, so far, I prefer Track IR. So far, but that's because of the ways I use it. I like how precise it is for DCS World. I like how customizable it is for every game that I use it for. But Toby it has a lot of big ups on it. One is you don't need to have an extra device on your head or on your PC, really. There's no wires on Toby that have to be connected to you. So if you have wireless headsets like I do, you can completely ditch the wires. So it's a lot of good things on that. So I would just, look into it. I'm actually working on a video comparing the two of them. I need to go ahead and release that ASAP. So I'm taking way too long on it. So, all right, our flight plan is done. We got our departure. We got our arrival. What's next? I think it's gonna be our perf. Yeah, takeoff data. So I think we can get that from our EFB over here. What's the difference between FOB and block fuel? Nothing. Nothing. It's the same. Sorta. Fuel on board, or FOB is fuel on board. So your block fuel could be like 30.3, but say you've been sitting here for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and your fuel is only 29.8, because that's what you actually have. So your fuel on board will be that, even though your block fuel is something different. But usually, in this case, it's the same because we're starting off the flight. APU is not on. We're on external power, and I have to worry about that. Okay. What am I looking for? What am I doing? Oh, I was going to do this. Sensor perf. And let's go ahead and put in, we are at Kilo Charlie Victor Golf. And we're expecting to use runway 27. I had to hit enter. Yeah, 27. And now all we need to do is hit compute, right? Or ADIS request. Yeah, it's ADIS request. What up, Zach Hamilton? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I believe there is a live reading of fuel on board somewhere in the aircraft. I don't know where it's at right now. I know where it's at in the modern Airbus. I don't know where it is in this plane. I will hit compute now. It is dry. There's our weather, 190 at 8. Outside temperature is 31. QNH 1013. Our V speeds are right here, 148, 149, and 151. I'm actually gonna put in 151 here in our speed. Actually, let's go up here. Turn our pitch trim back on. And 153. No, 151, sorry. And if we now go to send data, it's going to send all this data into our MCDU or FMS. Boom, so all of our data is now in here. We don't have to actually put it in ourselves, which is nice. Super dope. All right, I hope when this comes to Microsoft Flight Sim that it works exactly the same, or even better. I'm down for better too. Okay, so we got left. Takeoff data set, and it is good. Yes, it is. Our takeoff page is good. V-speed is 148, 149, flaps 15, trims me 1.2 up. And now we're gonna go to our flight plan. Flight plan looks good. Departing via the CVG-KSYR, and then continue. No discontinuities there. Expecting the cruise at 35,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get the APU turned on. Nice, APU master switch and start. And I think that's all we need there. We'll also pre-plan our pushback while we're waiting. We'll go back to EFB, ground ops, ground services, and pushback, pre-plan. All right, where are we? There's a lot of aircraft around us. Just go ahead and, what did I say we're doing? Runway 27. Okay, it's not too far. So we push back, tail south, right here. At work, I've been really practicing on getting the aircraft on the taxi line, like consistently.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
What's up, MGT? EMGT Vlogs, welcome back. It's always good to hear from you, man. Hopefully doing well. I can't complain, my friend. I really can't complain. All right, so he's doing his thing. Back to our takeoff perf. And APU might be avail already. APU is running, it says. Yep, APU is avail. APU bleed on.
All aboard!
Thank you so much. Evan plays Minecraft Survival Series Artifark. What a YouTube name. Thank you for the subscription though. Welcome to the Blu-ray family. And I love your passion for Minecraft. That's amazing. Alright, if the ADIRs are done, we are basically ready to push back already. Yeah, alright, so APU's on, it's running. External power off. We should be completely loaded. I hope we are, because this cart's still sitting there. We did load the plane, didn't we? Let's just make sure. Because there's still stuff out there sitting there. Load sheet, load payload and fuel, yes. Because I think, isn't there an animation, or am I tripping? That APU's loud. Yeah, I think we're loaded. Ground weight 29.8. How far off is that from what we were expecting? Yeah, that's correct. That's our ground weight. All right, so we are loaded. It didn't animate the things in there. That's fine. All right then, cool. Let's go ahead and remove all the equipment then. So ground services, everybody can go away. Loader, remove. Wait, oh, load. That's what I didn't know how to press that button. Yep, there it is. Brutal LAT or LADR, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome back. We're about ready to go. We're just loading up the last few pieces of cargo. You know, I want to say I don't know why I love cargo planes so much, but I think that right there is a piece of why I love cargo planes so much. Zach, we were in CVG. We were in Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, it's back to our EFB. He's loading. We're gonna go. Fuel truck is done. External power disconnected. Air stairs can go away. The reason I'm worried about the loader is that I'm worried that if I stop loading, like, I don't know if it's calculating more weight. It doesn't look like it's changing. So I guess we could just tell them to go away. Remove, reset. Okay, I can't even stop it because it's already started, so we'll have to wait for it to finish. You only live an hour away from here. That's pretty cool, man. What's plane spotting like out here in Cincinnati, Ohio? Rumor has it that I'm transporting James Bond's gadgets. Yeah, I'm down. That sounds good to me. You know, they'll never tell me what we're carrying. But I like the sound of that. I really do. Alright, well, you know, we're just waiting for the last things of cargo. They started late, but aircraft is set up and ready to go. Ready for push. I'm going to lock the door back here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's go down here. We can see if we can grab the wind data. That'd be helpful. Pending. All right, insert wind data. A-cross wind data inserted. Dope. Thank you very much. Can I like go grab that? Like, can we see it? Is it in it or where is it at? Yeah, I don't know where to find that wind data. I don't actually know what most of these buttons mean. Alright, we'll skip that. Let's click on ACAR ATC, weather request. I want the METAR for Kilo Charlie Victor Golf. We already have it technically, but I'll grab it. Send. Let's see if we can get it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Yeah, I haven't flown the 737 MAX in a long time. Let's check on the cargo. Are we almost done? Got one more container. It goes so slow. One of the things I love doing at the airport is I love going and looking at the big 777s and big heavy aircraft getting loaded up with their cargo bins. What up, Spotting TLV? Welcome back to the stream, man. Just leave the container. I know, right? That's funny. That's funny. Oh my god, you're so slow. Jeez. Like, can you load it any slower? I wouldn't even notice if I had, you know, done it at the very beginning. But now that we're like literally waiting for you, I'm gonna call the pushback truck. I was like, all right, pushback truck, come get connected real quick. Ground ops, ground services, pushback, start.
Ground to cockpit, so it's driving up.
And that should be the last one. Who cares other than everyone? Yeah, exactly. That should be it. This guy should drive away, and yep, there's the door shutting now. It'd be nice. I don't know if there's a noise that I haven't personally been around an A300 in real life, like close to it. So I don't know if it makes any like noise, like it like the new Airbuses when the door opens. The pretty cool though. Oh, I guess I could probably tell them to go now. Yes, remove. Get the heck out of here.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
No, they're not. Don't lie. Don't lie. Okay, it's gone. Beautiful. All right, we can go. He just parked it right there, huh? All right, cool. All right, beacon on. Let's get out of here, man. All right, APU's on and a veil. Got all things working. Amazing. Return. Remove the chocks. Love it. Grab our takeoff stuff. We'll just leave it on the takeoff page. Not that one. We don't need a checklist. I know. Better Pushback be lying. Like all the doors are shut. You push back. You done took off with your main door open. Vigo.
Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, brakes release. Clear to push tail south. Or, hold on, no, no. All right, brakes release. Clear to push tail south.
Starting pushback. You may start your engines.
Vigo, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Why don't I play Microsoft Flight Simulator? I already do. Maybe you're new here. That's okay. I understand. But we've been playing a lot of Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, this is my first time playing X-Plane. Actually, today and yesterday are my first time playing X-Plane in, like, months. So, usually we play both. I love flight simulators in general. X-Plane has a lot of aircraft that I absolutely love that are not available on Microsoft Flight Sim yet. And that's why we're going and playing them on X-Plane. So, Friday, which will be our next Flight Sim stream, we will be back on Microsoft Flight Sim. So, if you guys hate X-Plane that much, then don't worry, I'll be back on Microsoft on Friday. And we actually also have some giveaways coming too. So, yeah. X-Plane is $19 on Steam right now. Sweet. Alright, you're clear to start engine 1. Alright, firing 1. So I'm actually, for those of you who know, I'm also a ramp agent at the international airport here in my city. And I believe I found a way to record the audio between me and the captain. A lot of people have been requesting in my pushback videos if I could post a video that also includes the radio communication between me and the captain. So I think I found a way to do it. I ordered a piece of equipment that I hopefully will be able to use in the airport, and that's should be coming hopefully very soon. So all right, we are starting engine number 1. Actually, that's the APU. Hold on, where is it at? Start. There it is, starting. Shall we go outside?
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, brake set, clear, disconnect, show me the pin.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, that should be around 22%, almost. And 22%, and fuel. Outside again.
Disconnected, bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
thing is still spooling up. Still. Stand by. I got to answer for you, Big Band, here in a second after we start the engines. And it's starting to. Baby. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. It's still not done. It's still not done. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the APU. The APU's off, APU bleed off. We'll arm, or we'll hit auto brakes to max, arm our speed brake. Set our flaps 15. Our trim is 1.2. Up. There we go. And ready to taxi. Nope, taxi lights on. Runway turn off and taxi lights. And I think that's it. Alright, I'm going to be quiet on the taxi out because this sounds amazing. Oh yeah, come on, come on. These sounds are ridiculous. So good. Well, the DHL call sign is actually written as Delta Hotel Kilo and then numbers. So mine is Delta Hotel Kilo 116, but on the radio, from what I've researched, it is World Express. That's what you call it on the radio. So we're World Express 116 today. So go ahead and make our call right now. Cincinnati traffic, World Express 116 heavy, taxiing to runway 27 via Sierra, Mike 1, Cincinnati. And these are the Thrustmaster TCA yoke, throttle, and set we're rocking today, so yoke and throttle. What do I think of the 777-300? I love that plane, and I can't wait to get a high quality version in X-Plane and in Microsoft Flight Sim. Man, this plane here. We're taxiing very fast. And someone was asking earlier, someone was asking earlier if this has like the same, what was it, scenery? Is that what you're asking? As Microsoft Flight Sim? Something like that? Let me see. Let me find the content. Yes, I do drive pushback tugs. Yeah, so is the X-Plane map the same as Microsoft Flight Sim, at least showing real airports at real distances? So yeah, X-Plane is in the same way as Microsoft Flight Sim. It is the entire world, real time, real distances. So if in real life, if it takes 3 hours to fly from A to B, it's going to take 3 hours to fly A to B in X-Plane. Same with Microsoft Flight Sim. The difference is scenery-wise between X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim is just how the scenery looks. X-Plane is going to have realistic airports, or at least layout of airports, and same as Microsoft Flight Sim, depending on when it was most recently updated. Alright, it's me, Mike 1 right here. Oh, the cargo terminal is actually a bit outdated. I'm noticing in this scenery. On my chart, I have a whole DHL North apron that doesn't exist in this scenery, so it is missing. I found out a lot of developers who make airports, especially international airports, because they're a lot of work. But I noticed that a lot of times they put a lot of time and energy on the passenger terminals, and they don't spend a lot of time on the actual like cargo areas. Anyways, it's time for us to go. Let's turn it up again and depart out of Cincinnati KCVG, headed for Syracuse. And we'll make our last radio call and get out of here. No ATC in the area. We're on Unicom 22.8. And we're gonna depart, let's see, we'll take off and make a right turn over the, what is this river called? Over the river, whatever it's called, and fly over Cincinnati on the way out. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, I'm gonna be quiet and enjoy the sounds. Headphone users, this is for you. Strobes on, lights on, wing lights on, flaps set. Check left, check right. I need the weather. 2993. There we go. Altitude 35. Hold on. 35,000 feet. There's a new Amazon hub in there as well. That's cool. Good to know. for future reference. All right, almost there. Here we go. Heading. Thank you so much, MFDC3 276. All right, let's do it. All right, Toga in the chat. Let's send it. Airspeed's alive. $80 knots. That's right, Europe. VATSIM. Let's bring the sound down. Thank you guys for bearing with me during that departure. I don't know what the heck happened with this Cincinnati scenery, but my FPS were horrible on the runway. Oh my god. There's the airport right there, though. Off our right wing. Autopilot is on. And they definitely got to do something about that FPS hit there. But see ya, first time visiting CVG, I think, on any flight simulator. So I like the airport, but I don't like the FPS we were getting. Even on taxi out, it was pretty bad. So I'm not sure what's causing it. The stutters and the lag. But for that reason, Sally, we probably won't be back to Cincinnati, at least on Microsoft flights, or on X-Plane for a while until that gets fixed. That was not default scenery. Default scene. That was payware scenery, actually. There's the airport behind us as we're flying. Off our left wing should be the downtown area of Cincinnati, I think. I know it's behind us to the left. Yeah, in that general area somewhere. Ooh, what's going on there? Okay. Oh, 10,000 feet. It's pitching for speed. I don't know why it says auto throttle is off. I had an issue too, and it's so weird, man. I usually do like test flights and test runs of aircraft, especially when I haven't flown them in a while. And for whatever reason, my toga switch didn't work on takeoff, so I had to do a manual toga. Speed limit exceeded? Yeah, I don't care. And it still says oh, I know why my ATS wasn't on. Duh. There it is. Okay, yeah, we just missed a step. That was my fault. Missed a step. Alright, that's cool. Alright, we're past 10,000 anyway. Since we're up here, we'll turn our landing lights off. Wing lights off. And taxi lights off. Uh-oh, what's that? Oh, overspeed. That ain't my fault. Autopilot's on. That's your problem. You need to figure that out. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Wings, nose, runway turn off, spin off. Oh, that looks good. Cool. Hey, everything else on the overhead is good to me. We're climbing above the clouds using enhanced skyscapes. Looking kind of weird. These dark clouds look kind of weird, I'll be honest. I know that there is some like storms in the area throughout our route. We're not going to see any rain. We're not expected to see any rain. But it is some storms we should be flying over to get to Syracuse. And I thought I saw, let's see, actually we're going to have ATC maybe. If they stay online, we might have ATC in Syracuse because New York Center is online. And that's right at the edge of their coverage area. So possibly towards the end of our descent, we may be landing on Tower with New York Center, which would be pretty nice if they stay on long enough. You're not seeing me on oh, you know why you're not seeing me on VATSIM? Because our FPS was so bad, we got disconnected from VATSIM. I forgot about that. So I'm back on now. I just logged back in. Passing 17K, might as well go hit standard right now. So I'm gonna hit standard here on this button here. Cool. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, Henry, because I completely forgot. Yeah, on our takeoff roll, we got disconnected from VATSIM. Cool. Other than, the scenery kind of causing some lag, I definitely love how this aircraft. I got disconnected again. Are we still low FPS? Like, this is really not that, like, this area is not a FPS heavy area. We shouldn't be having FPS problems. Like, welcome back to X-Plane, Blue. We'll try it again. Yeah, we had the same issue yesterday at the end of our flight. We had a lot of problems going into Frankfurt. The whole flight ran very smooth up until the end when we got to Frankfurt. I don't know what my FPS was, but it was less than the minimum amount to be on VATSIM, and we got kicked out. Am I visible in Volanta? I should be visible on Volanta if you turn on the VATSIM filter. I don't have Volanta running myself right now. Oh, there it is, disconnected again. I don't have Volanta running right now myself, but I don't know what's causing it. Like, there's no reason at all. The plane is really not that FPS heavy. We're really just flying over empty ortho. So we shouldn't be having a FPS problem at all. And I haven't changed my settings. I'm running the same settings as yesterday. As we are climbing through the clouds, we're actually almost at our top of climb already. Let me organize this real quick. Cool. Yeah, but definitely looking forward to flying this plane in Microsoft Flight Sim. Looking forward to flying it in X-Plane 12 as well. But I don't know. Hey, Microsoft Flight Sim just hits a little different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, my X-Plane might change my mind. We'll see what they really do with that new gen X-Plane. But right now, my money is still on Microsoft. Even though I know X-Plane's gonna do a good job, I believe in them. I believe in them. I think we're running a little smoother now. I'll see if we can reconnect and see. We can get on the network again.
All aboard!
Thank you so much, Marcos Ayala, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Reese Arsenas, welcome to the stream as well. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Good to see you. Welcome back. I love this view right off the nose. Disconnected again? What? Yes, I am using X camera. Surprisingly, I actually don't have any really cool like cinematic animated cameras that I made for this plane. I thought that I would have, but maybe I don't see any. I have this view and I just have the two categories. All my preset views. I can just kind of like cycle through them all. I basically have quick views for everything that I tend to go to often. I have so many views. I really do. Yep, that's all of them for that one. And then for my wing views, I just have a few wing views. I guess I didn't spend very much time setting up my wing views. Yeah, I was thinking about flying back to Cincinnati today, but I'm definitely not with how bad our FPS was there. And it's really not bad right now. Like, it looks pretty smooth on my screen, but VATSIM believes otherwise. Have I experienced an issue on internal views that if you zoom in and go back to a quick view, the camera will flash? No. Yes and no. Like if you create a preset view that is zoomed in, and then you go to another view, then yes, sometimes it flashes because they're like, I don't know, it's weird. I've noticed that, but I'm not sure if you mean like if I zoom in, like right now, if I just zoom in and then go to. Is that what you meant? Like, because it kind of did flash right there. Like, so I zoomed in, and I'm gonna go to my quick cameras, and it kind of flashed. So maybe that's what you're talking about. But if so, yes. But basically, what's happening there is when I zoom in, when I click on the quick key, it quickly goes back to the default view. Not default. It goes back to the default angle of the original view, and then goes to the next one. You think it's enhanced skyscapes? I mean, yeah, it could be. I'm not gonna rule anything out, but usually enhanced skyscapes does not give me an issue. Like right now, where we are, we're in the middle of nowhere. We're about to level off at 35,000 feet above the air. We do have a lot of clouds, yes. We're not around any busy scenic area. So I mean, usually my computer handles this situation very well, very easily. I mean, even like right now, I mean, this looks pretty darn smooth for the most part. But I don't know what I guess my FPS is just lower than I thought. So I don't know. That's true, Aviator Joey. You never know if it's gonna be, if in flight sim, of all flight sims, you never know if it's gonna be a smooth flight or a laggy flight. You just never know. I did a short test flight in this plane, kind of in preparation for today's stream, and had no problems at all with lag or with performance or anything. So it's kind of surprising. Did my graphics settings somehow change? Not on purpose. I know I didn't touch them since our last stream. I mean, I'm gonna keep trying to get in and see, but let me see. Can I display my FPS? Can't wait to try out X-Plane 12. Wait for the shift of YT or YouTube. Yeah, yeah. I'm interested. I really am. And I know we could talk about it in every stream, but I really am interested to see what the release product of X-Plane 12 is going to be. You know, yeah. Right now, it's actually showing that I'm running 17 FPS. That's not good. Don't know how. But yeah, I will see. Because I mean, obviously, a lot of people are, as we say, drinking the Microsoft Flight Sim Kool-Aid. We've been really loving and enjoying the PMDG 737, the Phoenix 320, the Fly-by-Wire 320, a lot of other aircraft and products and sceneries coming out from Microsoft Flight Sim. It just makes it super hard to leave and go to another sim like X-Plane. That was my issue. It was like I was just enjoying flying in Microsoft so much that it was hard for me to come back to X-Plane. And I don't know what it was. I think I watched an X-Plane 12 deep dive video over the weekend, and I was like, you know what? This week I'm gonna give X-Plane another look. I'm gonna go back and fly some of my favorite aircraft on X-Plane 11, just to kind of get me hype and get me in preparation for X-Plane 12, so that whenever X-Plane 12 comes out, I'm not like super rusty, like like I'm fresh and remember what X-Plane 11 is like. So I know that X-Plane 12 is gonna be a major upgrade in a lot of big and little things. Am I going to only fly X-Plane 12? Absolutely not. I'm gonna be probably 50-50 between X-Plane 12 and Microsoft Flight Sim. That's what I expect, unless X-Plane 12 is super buggy or performance is horrible. In that case, Microsoft is gonna end up being my main sim, and I'll dabble in X-Plane 12 from time to time. But it just kind of comes down to, as I always say, the final this user experience as a whole. Is like which sim gives you the most satisfaction when you fly. If you get home from work or you have some extra time, you have a few hours of extra time, and you just want to sit there and do a flight, what sim are you going to choose to do that flight in? Usually you're going to choose the sim that you want to get the best experience with. And yeah, thank you so much, Boo Bird Simulations, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blu-ray family. Good to see you very, very much. Yeah, Henry, I actually have my NVIDIA display frames up right now. That's what I'm looking at. So you guys can't see it, but I do see it on my end. But thank you, though, for that, Henry. How big is the gateway for scenery against payware in X-Plane community? Oh, it's massive. The whole scenery gateway idea that Microsoft has been talking about came from X-Plane. The community wanting Microsoft to have a scenery gateway came from the X-Plane community, saying, hey, this is a great idea that X-Plane has been doing and incorporating for the last years, and I think that Microsoft could become so much better scenery-wise and accurate scenery-wise if they could have a scenery gateway. And what a scenery gateway is, for those who don't know, is basically people like me, people like you, can go into the scenery editor and edit any airport in the entire world and change it, make it more up to date, add this or that, just basically just change the airport, do whatever you want to do to the airport, and then if it meets the correct specifications, you can upload that scenery to I guess the X-Plane Scenery Gateway, and from there it gets approved by X-Plane, and then that scenery will eventually get patched in to the base game. So imagine a scenery that you made, like for example, CVG. We just mentioned that this payware scenery that I have right now for CVG in Cincinnati is missing quite a few things. You know, that this scenery is not even that old, but it's missing the north apron for cargo. Is missing. I'm not sure what else is missing, but maybe missing a few taxiways. Maybe it updated. Maybe there's been construction. You could go in to the X-Plane scenery editor, make those changes to that scenery, upload it to the gateway, and then on the next X-Plane update, the version you created could be the base game scenery for everyone to fly to. So whenever you update the game, it updates all of the scenery. It actually doesn't take any extra space, which is cool. So that's why we want Microsoft to do that, because it'd be cool, because there's a lot of airports on the Microsoft database that are just out of date, that are not up to spec with what it should be. And a lot of people are already making third-party freeware and payware add-ons for Microsoft Flight Sim. But wouldn't it be nice if you could, import that scenery into X-Plane or into Microsoft Flight Sim, and so that way, people don't have to go look for it. They just say, hey, today I'm flying into CVG on Microsoft Flight Sim, and I'm just gonna fly there. You wouldn't even know that somebody updated or fixed it. It's just fixed. It's just better in general. So imagine how many more airports in Microsoft Flight Sim could be better if they had a gateway opportunity. So that way you don't have to go looking for it. It's just already there. It's kind of like a world update, but without all the extra space. You know what I'm saying? But to completely answer your question, Daniel, it's massive. The scenery gateway community on X-Plane is massive. It's always been the biggest. P3D FSX have had freeware, but they really depend heavily on the payware aspect of the sim. X-Plane has always been very community driven, a lot more freeware projects than anything else. So I don't know what happened, but it looks like our FPS is finally stabilized above 30, and I think we can get back on VATSIM now. I don't know what it was about that area. I need to go back and figure something out in the Cincinnati area, Ohio, and all that. But yeah, that was very bad FPS out there. All right, so let's bring you guys up on the map, show you guys where we are. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can't see it. Oh, wrong one. This one. There it is. All right, so this is the Sim Toolkit window. We just took off out of Cincinnati, Ohio, KCVG. We're heading northeast towards the New York area. You can see we're gonna fly right over top of Cleveland. That's very cool. Not too far from Niagara Falls and Buffalo, and into Syracuse, New York State. Right now there is New York Center online. We'll see how long they decide to stay on. Boston was on. Wait, or is this Boston? This is Boston Center, not New York. I think this is New York. Yeah, so I'm gonna be flying into Boston Center. Sorry, but it's our route. So this is where it is in the United States on the East Coast. And I think we've flown to Syracuse before. I can't remember. But I know we haven't flown to Cincinnati before. There's also some ATC out in LA. No surprise there. San Diego. We also got ATC Jacksonville. Jacksonville is very frequently on. I rarely get to see them in my stream because I don't know. I don't personally follow ATC unless there's an event. If there's like an event I know ATC is gonna be there, then maybe I'll plan my flight around that. But I stopped following ATC a long time ago. And what I mean by following ATC is like you log on to VATSIM and then you see, oh, Philadelphia is on. All right, I'm gonna do a flight to Philadelphia. Well, I used to do that when I first got into VATSIM, and I stopped doing it because what happens is by the time I get my flight started up, I get in the air and I'm committed to go to Philadelphia. Philadelphia decides, I want dinner, I'm getting offline, and they disappear. And I end up flying to Philadelphia, which is still a good flight, but I don't get to ATC. And the whole reason I did the flight was because I wanted to ATC. So now I just do whatever I want to do, and if ATC pops up, they pop up. There's obviously some areas that you are very common to get ATC, and you can decide to fly around there. But yeah, that's my thing. It's been so frustrating trying to fly with ATC. Like, screw it. I'm just gonna do my thing. If ATC shows up, ATC shows up. It's also really great to have friends and people who do control. But also you could always check out the events page on VATSIM's website. You could always follow and find events that happen daily. How about flying to Scandinavia? Do I ever do that? Yes, of course. It's been a while. We haven't been there in a while. So I do like that request. We'll have to take a look and see when we can make it back out there again. But it has been a while since we've been in Scandinavia. Arrow flies. I don't know if the A300 is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator for free, as well as the A310. All we know right now is that it's confirmed that the A310 is coming to Microsoft Flight Sim for free. They haven't said anything about the 300. I assume the 300 would come afterwards, but I don't know that it will be free or a paid upgrade. I've been very vocal about the A300 is a version that I like versus the A310. I actually don't like the A310. Not because it's not a good plane, but because it's just smaller than the 300. It's kind of short and stubby. It reminds me of the A318, which I also hate. But I'll still fly it because it's free and it's iniBuilds and they're amazing. So it's gonna be a great plane. I just hope they come out with the A300 pretty fast after it. Will I join Oshkosh this year on Pilot Edge? Yes, I will. I've decided I'm gonna fly the Kit Fox, the Freedom Fox. What's his name? Trent Palmer's Kit Fox. I'm gonna fly that in the Oshkosh this year. Planning on flying out of my home city in Houston, my home airport, and I'm gonna fly out there. I did that last year. I flew the HyperX Turbo Arrow. It was really fun. So it's gonna take a while. I think let me see. I don't remember. I thought I calculated how long it was gonna take. I think it was like 6 or 8 hour trip. And if you don't know what a Kit Fox is, it's a very small tail dragger aircraft. Let me see. I'm gonna look at it right now. I think it goes like 95 knots. It's so slow. Yeah, it's like probably 9 to 10 hour trip. That's gonna be long. So I'm probably gonna break it into 2 days. 2 days of flying. Try to get like at least halfway, like around St. Louis area, and then sleep, and then wake up the next day and do the last leg all the way in. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But yes, I'll definitely be there. That's only in a couple weeks or next week. It's real soon. How about the A350 freeware for Microsoft Flight Sim? Yes, Adrian. You know, I actually didn't know it was a freeware project. But whoever it is, the digital designs team making the A350, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if it's free or paid. I would pay for it. For what they make it sound like it's going to be like the next best thing. So if it's gonna be that good, I would definitely pay for it. Yep, Henry. Hook's Tower, we have Trent Palmer in sight. That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, I plan on doing it. Yeah, I'm about to leave early this year. Last year I got there at the last second, so I gotta plan a bit better. When is the date exactly for that? Let me look it up. What is the exact date for the Pilot Edge event? July 14th through the 17th. When is that? Is that next week? Yeah, so that's next Thursday. Wow, that's pretty soon. I should be able to do either Thursday or Friday. So either the 14th or the 15th. I don't know if they posted time. Yep, they did. So Thursday, July 14th, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, which for me would be (5 p.m. to 8 p.m.) So I probably can't do that. It's too late in the day for me. But Friday, July 15th, is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., which would be 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It also might be too late for me. It's going to be close. The main days are Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I definitely can't do that. Saturday to 9 a.m. Oh, I'm about to see what my schedule looks like next week. Because usually I do mine during the day. I could be getting the times wrong. Like if it's 2 o'clock on Pacific time over there, here where I'm at, yeah, it'd be 4 o'clock. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a bit late for me. You know, that's true, Ryan. That's very true. That's kind of the struggle that we're in right now as flight simmers, is that we have multiple flight sims that are very high quality and that we, you know, do actually really enjoy. And, you know, when it comes down to it financially, you really do need to pick a side, right? And I know that me and a lot of other streamers all say, hey, you know, fly what you enjoy, get both so you can enjoy the best of both worlds. But at the same time, it's really expensive to do it that way. Because if you have 2 simulators, if I have X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Sim, and I want to fly to Dallas-Fort Worth, for example, and X-Plane has some amazing scenery for Dallas-Fort Worth, but Microsoft Flight Sim, you know, they have scenery as well, a different scenery, but it's also good. Do I have to buy that scenery twice? And it's twice as expensive. You got to buy the planes twice as expensive, right? So I feel you there. I feel you. I think that's the reason why a lot of people are so slow to leave P3D, because they've already spent thousands of dollars invested in that simulator. With the, you know, they have amazing aircraft and scenery there as well, and they spent a lot of money getting that sim to a point that they really enjoy it. And for them to come over to Microsoft Flight Sim and start over, or come over to X-Plane and start over, is really hard to do. So that's the thing I am concerned about with X-Plane 12 coming out, is that when that comes out, it's going to make that the sim a lot more worthwhile to fly, but there's also going to be a lot of aircraft and scenery that we're going to have to buy a second time, or buy on the X-Plane side and on the Microsoft side. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you on that, and something I'm not looking forward to. So, but if you're able to choose just one, you're like, hey, I'm just gonna go ham. I'm gonna go all in on Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm only gonna do that. I'm gonna uninstall X-Plane or not buy whichever. Something's in my eye. Then it'll be the cheaper way to go. But you're also, you know, by doing that, you'll be missing out, sadly, on, you know, some of the great add-ons and scenery and aircraft that come out on X-Planes. That's the struggle. It's like, hey, well, maybe I want to commit to only one sim, but then, oh snap, they got this amazing aircraft that comes out on X-Plane. Now I want to go over there. You know, once you buy an aircraft, you got to find somewhere to fly it to. So now you can start buying scenery. You know what I mean? So that's, yeah, man. When Microsoft Flight Sim first came out, I stopped buying X-Plane scenery. I think since Microsoft has been out, I've only bought maybe 2 or 3 scenery packages. Now, I will say I've been given quite a few from developers, which is, you know, I'm super grateful for that. When it comes to how much I actually spent myself, my own money on scenery, I think I've only bought maybe 3 sceneries on the X-Plane platform since Microsoft's come out. But a lot of money for me has been spent on Microsoft Flight Sim scenery. So, and before Microsoft came out, I was spending a lot of money on X-Plane scenery, more than I should, right? Because they kept popping out, kept popping up. So the struggle's real. So it's up to you, whatever works best for you. Maybe you pick a side, maybe you just go one way, or if you can't afford it, or you just can't fight the temptation, you know, you just do both. I say at least when X-Plane 12 comes out, give it a try and see if it has the potential for it to be something that you would really want to fly over and over. And if so, then maybe, you know, maybe invest in it. I have to see. Another thing too is I stopped buying and I stopped flying GA on X-Plane since Microsoft came out. Hey, if you're the Annex, welcome back. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I stopped buying GA planes. I stopped flying. I stopped buying GA planes. I actually uninstalled all my payware third-party GA planes off of X-Plane when Microsoft Flight Sim came out. So that's the thing. It hurts me too because a lot of planes I really, really do enjoy. Okay, let's check on our flight real quick. Got top of descent's coming up in, what's that, 80 miles or so. Our ETE is 29 minutes. FPS is doing much better. Micah boy, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. So let's see. Our bottom altitude, we don't have an arrival, so we're just gonna basically fly right into the RNAV for runway 33 approach, and that altitude for us is gonna be around 3,100. If I look through here, yeah, 3,150 via G-Town. So what I'll do is I'll set my altitude here to 3,100 feet. Yeah, ask it, Aviator Annex. Worst, you know, could happen, I just don't answer it, you know. If I don't feel comfortable answering the question, I just won't. But you're free to ask whatever you want. Alright, I'm just gonna get this thing down 3,100 feet. Ah, Boston just got offline. This is exactly why I don't chase ATC. It's okay. I wasn't expecting ATC anyways. But it's all good. Just ask the question, Annex. Go for it, man. Send it. Alright, there we go. Alright, 3,100 is in there. Once we get to the top of the descent, we'll hit profile. And we'll go for it. Yeah, I'm the same way as you, Joey. You know, even though I don't chase ATC, I still, you know, get slightly excited when I see them pop up. And what's funny is I'll be like, all right, I plan a flight just to do, you know, not paying attention to what ATC's doing or where they are. And like today, for example, I'll plan a flight and ATC just happens to be in New York. Well, right before I get to New York, they usually log off. Or also what happens to me all the time is, like, for example, we just took off out of Cincinnati. I'll do my whole flight plan, get it ready, I'll take off, and right after I leave Cincinnati, guess who pops up on ATC? Cincinnati approach or Cincinnati tower or something like that, you know what I mean? So it's like they're avoiding me. But yeah, it's, you know, it's how it is. I'm used to it by now. How does the A300 compare to the A310? I can't give you like a really technical answer on that because I don't know enough about the 310 versus the 300. But for me, for what I understand, it is basically the same plane for the most part. It's kind of like the difference between the A320. My phone is ringing. It's kind of like the difference between an A320 and an A319. Or A320 and A321. It's the same interior, like it's still it has the same kind of like core to it. It's just longer or shorter, and because it's longer or shorter, the weight and balance changes, the flight model changes, things like that. So if you look at the inside of an A300, like our plane right now versus the A310, it would look exactly the same. The biggest difference to me, at least, is that the 310 is shorter. Same engines. I think it has a cargo and a passenger variant as well. Just, it's a shorty, that's all. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find out what your question was, Annex. I'm trying to read through the comments. Hold on. If you're Annex, sorry man, I actually don't know anything about that conflict, so I don't have anything to say about it. Yeah, I personally don't know anything about it. Anthony Ashley, hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, I hope they really push for optimization on X-Plane 12. I'm not expecting it. Yeah, I don't have my hopes up at all, and I'm kind of like I'm not lowering my standards, but lowering my expectations for X-Plane 12. In the same way I had to lower my expectation for the initial release of Microsoft Flight Sim. But I'm lowering my expectations. I don't want them to get too high. I hope for the best. I hope for like everything I ever wanted. All the things that we complain about X-Plane 11, I hope that they all get fixed and reworked right in X-Plane 12. But and one of those things is the performance, having better performance. We're gonna have amazing volumetric lighting and clouds and rain effects and stuff like that, which is great. But how is that going to be on our PC systems? Can we only get those amazing effects on Ultra with like a $6,000 PC, or can my PC that I got right now run all those amazing looking settings? Because one thing that you notice about X-Plane is that you'll see somebody like me or a streamer saying, "All right, I'm flying in Ultra 4K Super Double HD," and you're like, "Oh, that looks freaking amazing," and then you get the freaking game yourself and it looks like Minecraft because you can't run at Ultra 4K FPS, all that stuff. So that's the struggle. So hopefully, on lower end PCs, it'll still be beautiful. Hopefully. Do I have any new cams for me? What do you mean by any new cameras? Right now I have a 2 camera setup that's plugged in. I have a 3rd camera that's not plugged in because I haven't found out where I want to put it yet. But I have my main face cam here on the left, and over here I have my I call it my yoke camera, my joystick camera, my control camera, my setup camera. I have another camera that's in the box still because we just moved. I usually have that behind my left shoulder over here. But I don't have it plugged in because since I have it's the same setup but a little bit different. I'm just trying to get a bit variation of my camera views, and so I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I also have a GoPro that I use for recording that I'm considering swapping this camera out for the GoPro, and it should give me even wider angle view. I do have the means of doing that. I have a cable that can connect here straight to my OBS, but I haven't really try too hard to see if it'll work. Used to work for the UPS A300 on the ramp for ATS in is that Calgary? Way back. It was fun aircraft to offload and unload. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I get to see A300s taxi by my gate all the time at the airport, but that's the most interaction that I get with them. I just get to see them taxi by. Do I have any more camera views for my cam in real life? Yeah, I think that's what I just explained. What buttons on my TCA yoke do I have them mapped to? Good question. So, this is my TCA yoke. The left trigger is what I use for ATC communication. The right trigger is not mapped. Most of the buttons themselves on my yoke I don't use. I only use the left button here, which is what I use for my autopilot connect disconnect on the right. I have it usually set right now in this plane. I don't have it set up this way, but on this one I use it for my auto throttle disconnect in case I want to use that. I don't use these I don't use these throttles down here for anything. The gear up and down handle doesn't seem to work, or at least I haven't had it mapped. I don't know why I didn't map it, but it's not mapped right now, so it does nothing at the moment, but usually this is my gear handle. And then my throttle, I have my parking brake set to this button down here. My flaps up and down set to this button, so this is flaps down, this is flaps up. I think this is like a backup toga button or something, I can't remember. On certain aircraft, I have this mapped to a special like toga switch, but I also can use toga up here on these buttons on the side of the throttle. Or I use it for auto throttle disconnect. My speed brake is here. I used to have my throttles here and my flap lever here, because it does come with a flap lever, but I decided instead to do the flaps as a set push up, push down, and then my speed brakes as an actual lever. But that's what I'm using for my setup right now. Yes, Anthony, that is the case with Microsoft Flight Simulator running on less powerful computers out of the box. some people are able to, fly on ultra settings, on high settings, on even medium. Medium actually doesn't look that bad, but when you go down to low, it just does not look as good, and it may not be as enjoyable for you. Yes, for the Lance, we are delivering cargo today. What's up, man? I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Absolutely, Jaspero. Here's the outside view just for you. You have the Honeycomb Bravo. What do I think about the yoke? I think this is the best yoke out right now. I also have the Honeycomb Bravo. I think the best combination for airliner flying is the Thrustmaster TCA yoke with the Honeycomb Bravo throttle. The best airline flight sim combination right now out there. Our destination today is Syracuse, New York. Oh, you meant the Alpha. The Alpha is good too. I have the Alpha. I do still love the Alpha. I would never trade my Alpha for anything. My Honeycomb Alpha yoke. When I'm flying GA and I'm flying an aircraft that has that style of a yoke, it's great. I still feel like the pitchiness of it is a bit too tight or whatever, or sensitive maybe, or both tight and sensitive, but it's not bad. I have a video actually out. If you haven't seen it, I have a video that compares the Thrustmaster TCA yoke to the Honeycomb yoke, where I go into a bit more detail, my opinions on that in a more organized way. Any chance for any Beluga flights in the future? For me, no, I don't fly the Beluga. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan, I'm sorry. I like this plane, but this is as far as I'll go. I don't fly the A310. I don't fly the Beluga. This is it. This is my baby. What buttons did I bind to control trim? Yeah, so on my throttle, on the TCA yoke, there is on the left side, on your left hand, there's a switch that says X and a Y. I use the X one to do my nose up and nose down trim. I think I use my right one, the Y button or switch. I use the Y switch for my left and right aileron trim on planes that need it. Does the VNAV profile work on A300? Yes, it does. And I don't think I use the two buttons over here. But I mean, hey, there's plenty of buttons. If you need to use them, you have options. I just choose not to, because I just don't feel like I need them for what I'm doing. But I love this plane, and I can't wait to see it in Microsoft Flight Sim. Honestly, this plane has the potential. I didn't think about this. If we take this plane as is and put it into Microsoft Flight Sim, I'm thinking about this. It would be either better or equal to the Phoenix A320. Tell me if I'm wrong on that. I'm just thinking out loud right now. It would definitely be better than PMDG 737. That's like by far. So I'm thinking that quality-wise, if we take this aircraft as it is, with all its systems and EFB and functionality, and put it right into Microsoft Flight Sim, it would be equal to or better than maybe the Phoenix A320. Wow, I didn't really think about that, but I think that's true. So with that being said, with the 310 coming out, if they shoot for the same fidelity of what their X-Plane version is, then by default they're going to be top 3 most complex aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim. Wow, that's crazy. I'm loving this, man. We're finally starting to get these amazing top quality aircraft on Microsoft Flight Sim. It's only gonna get better from here. And that's the thing though, Aeroflies is that this aircraft is more old school. It's not gonna be as popular as the Phoenix 320. It's not gonna be as flashy as those aircraft, but because it is like the original Airbus. This is like, you know, we have the 320 now. This is the 300, the 310. You know, it's before. So yeah, it's more old school. It's more throwback. It's more classic. It's more vintage. But and right now, even in the real world, it's really mainly only flown for cargo runs. There are probably maybe a 1 or 2 airlines out there that might use the passenger variant, maybe, but it's mainly used for cargo. So that's what I'm kind of more excited about, because we don't have a lot of cargo aircraft that we can fly on Microsoft Flight Sim yet. But yeah, for those of you who prefer a more vintage, old style Airbus, this is going to be the best thing ever to touch Microsoft Flight Sim for you. But for people who love more of a modern taste, I think you'll like this aircraft as a kind of a way to switch it up. But you're still going to fall back on the modern Airbuses for sure. All right, we're about 15 miles from the top of the descent into Syracuse. There's a free DC-10 coming as well. Oh, that's dope. Looking forward to that. The only thing you don't like about the A300 310, that it's going to be freeware. VATSIM and online servers will be so chaotic. I don't think so, man. I don't know, because this plane, though it's really not that complicated, when you first look at it, it's kind of intimidating. And I think that factor alone is going to stop a lot of people from really even giving it a chance. Like, only like real flight simmers are gonna fly this plane. There might be a, the generic simmer out there, a generic gamer might fly it just for fun using, the Control E button just to auto start the engine. They might fly it once or twice, but they're not gonna fly on VATSIM. So I'm not really concerned about this being free and coming on VATSIM. I think we'll be all right. There'll be people trying to learn it, but that's just every day on VATSIM. People trying to fly new planes, and they on VATSIM as they shouldn't be. So I'm not worried about that at all, personally. I still think I would love to get Xbox compatible with VATSIMs. I think the plane's gonna be on Xbox, isn't it? I believe. I can't remember. All right, here goes on top of the descent. Just hit profile, and aircraft should start descending. And yes, it is. That's a good thought, Daniel or Danielle. That's a good thought. In reality, how many people who are playing Microsoft Flight Sim right now, right? We're not in a hype season of Microsoft Flight Sim anymore. Top Gun came out a few weeks ago. A few people have been playing the Top Gun DLC, but most of those people who only came in for Top Gun are gone, right? They came in, they left. People who were here for the original Microsoft Flight Sim hype, they came, they left. So what's left now, right? So does that mean that the casual players, are they the minority now? Are the more hardcore simmers like me and you maybe? Are we the majority? I don't know, because there still could be a lot more casual simmers out there than we think. I'll be really curious to know. Now, how many people are out there? The way I see casual simmer versus non-casual or more, hardcore is whether or not you use the third-person view for takeoff and landing, and if you have the HUD turned on. Those are two, things that make me think, okay, this guy he loves aviation, but he's just not to that level yet. He said, you think November will deal the final blow to casual players? We'll see, man, because Microsoft has been doing a really good job of engaging with the community and just making content to keep people coming back to the sim. I think they're doing actually a really good job at that. You're interested in trying out Aerofly FS4 For the VR, apparently it's smooth. Is that the one already out, or is that coming out? I think Spotting TOV might be right. 40% real simmers, 60% casual. Remember, the real simmer is actually a minority in general. we're the minorities already. I think we might be outnumbered by the casual simmers. And this is not like anything against casual simmers, because I mean we're all casual at something, right? Love it, like play whatever your style is. You enjoy that. I'm talking about people who like starting aircraft, all the engines turned off, going through the entire process of pressing every single button to get the plane started, put your flight plan in manually, you know, file a flight plan, talk to ATC, climb up to cruise, do your top of descent, use charts. Like, that's not a casual simmer. That's what I'm talking about. Again, nothing against people who, you know, just want to, you know, make their flight plan on the world map. Nothing wrong with that. That's the reason why Microsoft Flight Sim has done that feature. Pilot Nomar, what is my home airport? It is Kilo India Alpha Hotel, KIAH, Houston Intercontinental Airport. Yeah, Lace, that'd be dope, man. I'm looking to get into Xbox myself, and I want to see what Microsoft Flight Sim is like on Xbox for the first time, so stay tuned for that. Rudy Salt, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. You are here in time for a descent. We're descending into Syracuse. We're expecting to do the RNAV 33 GPS approach into Syracuse Hancock International in New York State. It's just gonna be the one leg today, rocking the DHL A300. We're not far at all. We're less than 10 minutes away from the airport if we fly straight in. So we're almost there. Actually, speaking of Xbox and casual simmers, can you see it on my camera? You can't see it. Anyways, I have a special promo code for those of you who are looking to get yourself your first joystick and rudder pedal. The T-Flight full kit. I have a 15% discount code. Just use my code. It should be in the chat right now. Use that on the Thrustmaster site and get you a nice little discount. I highly recommend. Like I'm telling you, even if you're a casual simmer, casual player, or if you're a hardcore player, having a set of flight controls is a massive game changer, and it makes flight simming so much more fun. Trust me. Xavier Myers, welcome to the stream. It is good to see you. Welcome back. You know, you're right. Actually, you're actually right. Spotting TOV. And in real life, pilots don't actually always have to put the flight plan in by hand. They do have an ACAR system, and allows them to just import the flight plan, kind of like we do in some of the planes now. Import the flight plan, and then they go in and just double check it and make sure it's good. So you're right, that is true. Actually, it's something I didn't know for the longest time. I found that out later on, that pilots don't even have to put the whole flight plan in. We do it on the flight sim, but you don't have to do it in real life. That is true. That's one thing I wondered too, was like, I wonder how many people come into Microsoft Flight Sim or flight simming in general as a casual flight simmer, has a slight interest in aviation and aircraft, and then from what they experience in the game, from what they learn in the game, they end up slowly transitioning and converting into someone who's like, you know what, I want to take this more seriously. I either want to be a real pilot, or I want to learn how to like really get in, like Blue right now, like how he's flying IFR and talking to ATC. Like I want to learn all that stuff. Like I wonder how many people start off as casual simmers in Microsoft Flight Sim and then move on to the next level and then the next level and then the next level of simulation. You know, and trust me, when you start off as everyone starts off as a casual simmer at one point, but if you look back at what you used to do, for those of you who are no longer casual simmers, if you look back to how you used to fly, the things that you used to care about, it'll surprise you, right? You're like, I remember I used to fly this plane and it didn't do this, it didn't do that, right? But now I'm flying, you know, these complex PMDG DC6s and doing all these mixture controls and all that stuff. Like, yeah, like even me, there was some of that stuff I didn't care for at all when I first started. Yeah, control of the joystick, massive game changer. Massive game changer. That's true. I think my flight simming is more complex than my real life things that I do. Well, Richmond, under that, what you just said, that would probably make me still a casual simmer because I don't read the manuals either. I'm not to that level yet, let's say that. I feel like I'm right below the level of hardcore simmer who reads manuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a flight simmer who's so hardcore that they legit, when an aircraft is released, they read through the manual and they learn how to fly the plane from the manual. For me, I learned how to fly a plane from the tutorial, in the documentation maybe, or from a YouTube tutorial. I'm not at the level of reading the manual and learn how to fly from there. That's the next one above me. I'm not up there with y'all yet, but yeah, but I got respect for y'all because I know in the DCS community where we have the fighter jets and stuff, there's a lot of people who are at that level where when an Apache comes out, when an F-18 comes out, they actually read the manual. All right, how do you use a GBU-12 with a laser guided munition? All right, read the manual. I'm not about that life. I just want to do it. I want somebody else who read the manual to teach me how to do it. Thank you. I'm doing good, Sean Patel. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. We just passed below 18,000 feet, which means we have to get our weather in Syracuse. Let's go over to EFB. Flight ops menu, landing perf. We are going into Kilo Sierra Yankee Romeo. Enter, and we're expecting runway 33 and ASUS request. All right, here is our winds 330 at 8. Outside temperature is 22. QNH is 1014. It is dry, I guess. We do a configuration of 30 to 40 degrees flaps. Brakes, we'll go with medium. Reverser is going to be full. And we're going to go hit compute. That should work. Or we got to put our landing weight in, don't we? I don't know what our landing weight is. How do I find out what that is? I'm just going to use a sim brief one. Sean Patel, you got Bandcamp and more Bandcamp in 1 week. Nice, man. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. I mean, I guess if you like, music and band, you should enjoy it, right? All right, what's our landing weight? Landing weight, landing weight, landing weight, landing weight, landing weight. There it is, 281.3. All right, now compute. Yeah, y'all gonna drop some sick beats? That's what I'm talking about. I do agree with that, Aeroflies. That is the one thing that can divide a casual simmer from a more hardcore simmer is when they don't understand why we would pay, $60, $70, $80 for an add-on for a $60 game. It's like, why buy the game twice? They don't understand that yet. And I get it. It's hard to understand. It's not even a casual simmer thing. It's just you just don't see the value of it yet. Pilot Raf83, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Am I doing another podcast soon? You know what? I'm glad you asked. Yes, this Thursday night, we have another podcast coming up. The Blue Experience Podcast, Flight Sim and Aviation Podcast with me and XP72. Coming up this Thursday. I should be posting information to that hopefully later tonight. Oh, that's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow's podcast. It'll definitely come up. We got a lot of big news coming up as well. The next few weeks of podcasts are going to be pretty freaking amazing. A lot of things going on, a lot of changes happening, a lot of big news, a lot of exciting stuff coming up on the podcast. Thank you guys so much for supporting it. Whether you're watching it live, watching it the replay, watching it on Spotify, iTunes, Google, wherever you're watching it from, we definitely appreciate everything you guys are doing. All right, we are approaching G-Town. Land lights are all on. We have the speed brakes out. We are looking for 3,100 feet at G-Town. We are at 9,000. We are high. But I think we should be okay. So we don't need to be at 3,000 at G-Town. Maybe at like 4,000. No, I need you to keep descending, bruh. I might do a manual descent here. Let's do a manual descent. Yeah. But we're basically turning final right now, and we need to be a lot lower. Might have to vector myself some. Can I upload the podcast to the podcast app? Which podcast app? We're on a few already. I don't have an X-Plane 12 beta release date yet. I don't know. Yeah, we have our podcast is on Amazon Podcast, whatever Amazon calls their podcasting platform. We're on there too already. I'm trying to click on this. There we go. Alright, let's just slow down. Speed brakes back out. Yeah, we're on Apple Podcasts too. Just search Blue Experience. We're already on Apple Podcasts. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's true, Lace. Yeah, that challenge at 650, that expensive challenge at 650, they put a lot of value in the aircraft. Recently, I saw another, I think it's some type of citation. There was a video promoting a new citation coming out that's going to be compatible day one with X-Plane 12, but it's releasing on X-Plane 11 very soon as well. And I don't know how much they were charging for it, but I was like, this is a no for me, bro. Like, this is not good. This is not good. It was not good. Yeah, I have a paid subscription to Spotify, so I don't get ads, thank God. Let's see if we can get connected to VATSIM again before we reach Syracuse. If not, we just land offline again. It's whatever. If you do watch the podcast on Spotify, though, you can watch the video. So I have to say, if you listen to this podcast on Spotify, you have the option to watch the video from the podcast as well. Alright, we should be leveling off here at 3K. We need the weather in Syracuse again. KSYR. Alright, there we are, coming up on Loyal. And yep, we got here just in time. There's our field right there. Altimeter is 2905. Let's get slowed way down, drop some flaps in. This is all gonna happen real fast, so I am going to take my eyes off chat from here on out and turn off the music. And it is time to land the plane. We are 12 miles out. What am I looking for here? I need to slow way down, please. The notch flaps. Lights are on. More drag. Alright, 135. Alright guys, I'm gonna take it from here. You guys ready to land a plane? Let's do it. Alright, autopilot is off. My controls. arm speed brakes. I don't know how to shut that up, so I'll have to listen to it. Alright, give me some gear. And flaps. Alright, a little high. Press autopilot disconnect twice. Nope, that didn't work. Maybe it's this one? Okay, that did it. On the throttle. Auto brake medium. Lights are on. Power, power. Syracuse traffic, World Express 116 heavy is short final, runway 33, Syracuse. A little high. Bringing it down. Ooh, baby. Butter.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Welcome back to X-Plane, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that view, though. That's what you call a slap of butter. Yeah. That's good stuff. Alright, where's cargo at? On the other side. Yeah, I can't wait to see the replay too. Like, I knew it was gonna be a smasher. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. AP1. Flaps up. We need to go right, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's where the cargo area is. Brake temp high. Oh look, a little GA plane. A little trainer. Yeah, cargo should I think be over there. Yep, there's FedEx. I think this Syracuse is by Vertical Sim. You can type in !mark Vertical Sim for check out more of his scenery. And then we're definitely gonna want to watch that replay because we came down, we slapped that butter on there, man. It's like, you know those videos where they have those slap competitions with like a guy standing there, he goes like, "Bow!" It's like that, but put butter in your hand. That's what our landing was today. Alright, we're parked right over here. And we'll take this second spot. Lights off. Oh, we have a marshaller. Cool. There it is. Brake set. Shutter down. If you bleed on. Engines off. I hear it. Sounds like. Okay, it's shutting down. I just want to hear the shutdown sounds. See if it's anything special. Alright, yeah, nothing special. Sounds better on the inside, actually. The shutdown sequence sounds way better on the inside. So 542 was my landing rate there. Nothing to be proud of, that's for sure. But we did make it here. We apparently survived. Not sure if the aircraft is still going to be in service, but we were here. We're live. And let's go check the replay out right now. We'll go disconnect from VATSIM. At least we got to land on VATSIM. That was nice. And let's run the replay. Let's see, where is it at? Flight. Toggle replay mode. Rewind. Here we come. Who made the scenery in my Google Drive? Me. I made it. Alright, that's loud. Hold on. Woo! Look at that landing gear. Bro, we bounced like 3 times. Wing flex though. Boing, boing. But you know, I did that on purpose. I was just testing the landing gear. Just testing the suspension animations is all. Alright, time to watch from the clinch camera. Here we go. What's up, Yahya? Welcome back, my friend, from Amman, Jordan. Good to see you, man. You know, any landing is a good landing if you can walk away from it. That's what they say when they're just happy to be alive after landing. That's what they say. You see the head shake, really, you can really just feel how hard we hit the ground. Watch the head movement of the camera. Darn near broke the whole wing off. Oof. Absolutely love the wing flex, love the spoiler animations, the reverser, the sounds, everything is just very well done. Alright, again from the outside view, we'll watch it from, somebody yesterday was requesting us to do a tower cam, so we'll do a tower cam today, but first I want my favorite spotter camera from over here by the fence. Stutter. Ooh. Look like we're taking off. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I haven't flown this plane in a while, and this plane kind of has its quirks, and I'm not saying quirks like bugs, it's an older Airbus, and it flies different. The flight model is different than an MD-11 we flew yesterday. It's different than the A320s I've gotten used to flying. So you have to understand the throttle management and the power management, the momentum, all that kind of stuff, and I did not do a good job of that today. It is. I don't know why it's so laggy. I really don't. Like, it's laggy almost as if I had turned my settings up or something. Bounce it, biggity, 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 bounce it. Alright, let's rewind it again, and we'll do the old tower view. I'm not sure what the tower is, but we'll just make one. By tower view, you just mean really far away, and you can barely see the plane. That's why I don't usually watch it from the tower view, because it's just tower's too far. Unless you have like an amazing zoom lens on your camera, the tower is just really not close enough to the action to me. I want to be there on the fence, right there. I want to hear the blast of the reversals when they pop out. You know, maybe it is a clouds. I don't know. We'll see. Someone's not gonna be happy with the new iPhone. Yeah, it might be some bugs in it. After that delivery, that's for sure. Oof. Look at the wings flapping. Flexing. Not my best landing, you know. I've had some, you know, I feel like I've been progressing in my landings lately, and this is kind of a setback. But I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Yesterday I mentioned how like you can have like an amazing flight, and all you need is just that butter at the end to really make it satisfying. I'm actually pretty satisfied with this flight, even without the butter landing. You know, I guess we did have butter. It was just a slap of butter, and not like not you know, an ease amount. One more time from here. Mush. Southwest Aviation, that's what your MD-11 landings look like. Hey, I've had many landings like that in every plane. I think every plane I've had a landing like this before, that's for sure. So it's all good. You're not alone, bro. You're not alone. Many of us, including me in the chat, have had very similar landings to this pretty often. So, well, we made it, guys. Welcome to Syracuse, New York. I hopefully you enjoyed the flight here in X-Plane 11 in the iniBuilds A300 freighter. We'll be back for some more flight simming on Friday on Microsoft Flight Simulator. But before that, tomorrow, we'll be going live again for the Blue Experience podcast, all about flight sim and aviation. Gonna have another special guest on. Won't tell you who it is just yet, but I think you definitely want to check it out. A very interesting job title. And if you've missed any of the other 30 episodes we have available already, you can check them out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, or watch it live again on YouTube. It's up to you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It's been really dope, really dope, really dope, really cool, really fun. I really actually been really appreciating and loving flying an X-plane. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the FPS hit we've been taking today. Not sure what's causing it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out, do some tinkering and all that. But definitely enjoying my time back in X-plane. I thought that I would hate it, and I don't hate it as much as I thought I would. But definitely excited to get back in Microsoft Flight Sim in a couple days. Reese Arnesinas, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Really appreciate you. Stand by. There we go. I want to get a flyby camera. That'd be dope. Thank you, Lace. Thank you, Aviator Joey. Aerophiles. Delbert Beachy. Thank you very much. Was there a special download for the Boeing yoke to work on X-Plane 11? You can't get yours to work. No. There was no drivers for me to download. I'm not sure if Thrustmaster have updated that since I got mine. I got mine actually pre-release. So back then there were no drivers or any settings to mess with. No, there's no extra software to download or use with the Thrustmaster TCA yoke or throttle. It's just as is. I'm not sure what your problem is. It should work out the box. You should be able to plug it in. You may have to manually map everything. Maybe that's what you mean. It's not going to be like automatically working. You got to go in there and map your all of your flight controls and stuff like that. So try that. Hopefully that works for you. Southwest Aviation, thanks for coming through. Dane B. Klein, thank you so much. Yahya Transit, thank you so much. Sean Patel, always a pleasure, my friend. Dante Baker, thank you as well. Don Louie, thanks for coming out. Rudy Salt, thank you again. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody who's here in the chat with us right now. But until next time, remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got, even if you're bouncing down the runway like a flappy bird. I'll see you guys next time, next video. I am all the way out. Have a great day. And don't forget, one random act of kindness at some point in the next 24 hours. I mentioned at the very top of the stream, beginning of the stream, if you missed it. Do something, random act of kindness to somebody in your life, in your circle, somewhere. Not even in your life, to a random person, it don't matter. I'm challenging every single one of you guys watching. Go out there after the stream is ending, and wherever you are, whether it's at home with your parents or if you're at school or camp, I don't know what your life is, but you know, one random act of kindness. It could be paying for somebody's lunch. It could be, I don't know, open a freaking door for somebody. I don't know, going out your way to make somebody else's day better. Make it happen. All right, I'm out for this time. See ya. Oh, hold on. Delbert Beachy, I got something for you. Wait, it could be, if you're on PC, on the back of your TCA yoke, there is a PC and an Xbox switch. You need to change it from Xbox to PC. If you have it in the Xbox switch, it will not work on your PC. So make sure you swap that. It's on the very back of your yoke. So switch it over, and that could be your issue. Again, sorry about that. I just had to give you that tip because I'm not sure if you knew that. All right, I'm out for this time. See you guys. God bless you.